Oh, geek.
Quiet down, son.
Yes, sir.
Show some
Yes,
upstart.
Father dear. Welcome back, my friends. Welcome everybody back to Tropical Freeze. After James and Hype had their little returning adventure to the islands of the DK, I honestly could not resist bringing back this old classic, especially now that it had itself a proper little port up onto the Switch that we're finally going to give the justified attention it deserves with the power of co-op.
So, dudes, you ready for a funky time with
yeah,
hands-on experience with yours truly?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do funky mode too, just because we can. That's why we'll be doing funky mode. Choose funky mode for some extra help in your adventure, so you can now play as Funky Kong. And basically this will give a number of things. As Funky Kong, you have a number of cool little moves, and most helpfully for us in co-op, an extra 2 hearts of health.
I believe the second player gets just a single extra heart. Funky gets all the love with up to like 5 hits.
And any Kong letters you collect are saved just as though they were puzzle pieces, and we get ourselves an employee discount at all stores, which basically means that as long as we can get coins, we are never going to run out of lives.
Which is kind of a blessing, considering how Hype and I fared back when we did DKC Returns a while back.
Yeah. Oh,
Yep.
There he is.
Just really quick.
Hey, everybody.
Sorry, dude. You have to watch me do Yuzu, because that's the only way we could do this, since couch co-op. what sort of thing could we ever have anything else other than? Sorry. So, with Funky Kong in tow, we're just gonna jump right into this. Who do you want to be as your first Kong, Hype? And of course, you cannot play as DK, although I would have loved that.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it'd only be fair if I start off as Diddy. Oh, wrong button.
Then.
Sorry.
That's the wrong button.
Remember, we're playing on the Nintendo Switch. Question mark.
You'll be fine. So, while we go into the story, which we already know the story at this point, James, what are your thoughts on, just because I know we already did that look at that long time ago, but James, what are your thoughts on the Funky Mode expansion, once again, for DK Tropical Freeze?
I thought it was a very worthwhile addition. I thought it was nice to actually, well, first of all, give Funky a chance to shred his stuff on an adventure. Shame he wasn't invited to the birthday party, though.
Yeah.
No, he's out on his business trips as usual. And I was also happy just because it has now made one step closer to completely invalidating the existence of the Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, like a.
But I'm 100% okay with that, because this is easily, I think, one of the best Donkey Kong games ever.
Yeah,
Oh, it definitely is.
Why not put one of the best DK games out there on probably the best Nintendo console in 2 decades?
Right.
You know,
DK on the go.
if I could just interrupt, you say that like one of the best Nintendo.
Sir! Those islanders are having a party and they didn't invite us!
Let's crash it.
I don't think it should. That's my problem, is I can do a deep voice if it sounds like Venom. I can't do a I feel like there's a difference between a bassy deep voice and a just normal grunty deep voice.
All it takes is a bit of practice. Like, even me,
this.
I still kind of struggle with it a little here and there.
But you know
like,
what?
and
All
there's,
you
like, the-
need is a deep throat, and then suddenly a freaking ice dragon just spawns.
But then it's like I think the first person I think of Hype is my cake. Someone's gonna die.
But it's summer.
He's just always like, all right, someone's getting punched, someone's getting slapped.
Someone's gonna get banana slammed.
I'm gonna bonk someone.
I'm gonna bonk that dragon. Hey, dragon, stand still while I punch your stupid face.
Oh!
Unfortunately, dragons are notorious cheaters in bonking matches.
Because they know
Kongs
because they know wind theory.
So, just like that, once again, we are doing another little refresh. I mean, we've done this before, but, as always, the twist is that we're going to be doing this live, and with buddies, as the snowmads are ripe for a bonkin'.
And much as it pains me, I will allow Logan to be the one to host this one, because, he did also host the original Tropical Freeze as well.
And it's still my favorite Donkey Kong game to date.
Yes, it is. I share in the sentiment, even if I do still think it's still, even with the Switch version, it does still feel a little unbalanced here and there, but not that it matters, because, who cares about DK? This adventure's about Funky!
Yeah, unfortunately, and straight up, as far as this game's canon is concerned, unfortunately, Donkey Kong was flung straight into the hemisphere into Punch Out, never to be seen again in this neck of the woods. So Funky will have to do.
Surf's up first.
Yep, let's go get ourselves some lives. So right away, in terms of
Bodacious,
oh, the Funky
bro.
dance, no.
Aw.
So right off the bat, some interesting details that Funky has is that he can constantly roll as though he has a partner on him at all times.
Hey!
And secondly, he could surf on the water surface while he's still rolling.
Yeah, sorry about that, Hype. I just wanted to. I was just so swept up in the movement.
No, it's
Yeah,
fine. Like if our previous live playthroughs have taught me anything, is that like rushing head is only a bad thing if I do it.
I am gonna. Before I was rushing head because I had to build up the shaders in this Yuzu, but now I am going to. We are gonna just play this legitimately, just have a good old time. But yeah, the other thing is that so yeah, as James said, he has Kiddy Kong's kind of water bouncing maneuver, and he also has two little details that try to combine the aspects of Diddy, Dixie, and Cranky Kong. Is Diddy and Dixie are combined in that he does have a double jump that give him a little bit of a burst, but also a neat little hover that can give him a little bit of some boost. Not quite as good as either of the two combined. And the other detail that gives him some of Cranky Kong's attributes is that his surfboard is not just for show. It can allow him to survive landing directly onto spikes.
Yep. Don't mind that the spikes literally pierce through the surfboard. Funky will still be a-okay.
Oh wait.
Don't you worry, little brother. With these calluses in my feet, I can't feel anything.
With these spiky cleats, anything is possible.
Cleats!
And then, yeah. Beyond that, we're not going to care about we're not caring about the dioramas or the gotcha figurines. All we're caring about is just beating every single stage. So again, prioritizing Kong letters whenever possible. Oh, and also, he doesn't have to worry about breathing, because thank goodness, he was playing hooky on the day when all the Kong family learned about what oxygen was. And how
I still have to, though.
Not quite. He didn't so much play hooky. He still knows he needs air to breathe. But that being said, he actually picked up a little souvenir from his own shop that allows him to breathe indefinitely underwater.
Yep. And it's
even though by all laws of nature, the snorkel isn't going to be enough to help them.
Well, let me try something real quick.
Yeah, sure thing.
Is it up?
Oh, you want to latch on to Funky's back. Well, unfortunately, that's one thing that DK has all to himself. He's the only one that can allow his partner Kongs to latch onto his back.
Funky, unfortunately, has not come to trust Diddy that much yet.
I mean, I love you like a friend, but I don't love you that much.
But yeah, no, that is definitely something when it comes to Kong temples and stuff. That is definitely going to be interesting. Is that there is no buddy tag team system, which is a little bit odd.
I mean, honestly, if we absolutely have to, like, even though we are still playing as Funky at the given moment, nothing says we can't ever swap back to DK if we ever really feel like it.
Right. Oh yeah, no,
of course, knowing Logan, he's going to stick with Funky for as long as he absolutely can.
If I can help it, but say if the matter should call for it, we'll figure something out. But it just is a bit of a bummer that we won't get to see any of like the little like buddy systems or like the partner role or stuff like that.
Oh, that's right. That's another thing I just realized. Unlike DK, Funky does not have Kung Fu at his disposal either.
Oh really?
Nope. The meter is not yellow meter's not up there. At least gives DK a fair advantage, unlike Funky, who could literally just surf past everything, like, without even breaking a sweat.
Right. Saying goodnight to the folks. Hype.
Yeah, they were just heading to bed.
No worries. We're just doing this a little bit later than normal.
We'll try not to be too loud, but then again, sometimes desperate Kongs call for desperate measures.
Okay.
Nice.
Alrighty, let's get on out here.
So
but yeah,
much like before, ladies and gentlemen, we are not like Logan said, we are not prioritizing figures nor puzzle pieces. We are just sticking to the Kong letters and Kong temples.
Yep. Which again, since we're in Funky mode, actually will be easier than ever since they actually will save all of our progress.
Correct.
But beyond that, Hype, have you gotten oh, look, this, oh, darn. It didn't let us see his little diddly legs.
No,
Anyway,
you saw it a little bit, but to answer your question, I have not gotten the Switch version of the game yet, largely because, not for nothing, like, I know the new funky mode is pretty choice and whatnot. I don't think it's enough for me to really double dip as much as, like, say, the online co-op in 3D World was enough to double dip.
I guess that's fair, but at the same time, though, it's like, how often are you really going back to your Wii U?
But, I mean, I might eventually. I kind of contemplated doing a stream of Tropical Freeze in the future.
No worries. I'm curious if they're gonna do anything with Star Fox again.
I hope so.
Maybe one day.
Oh, look at DD up there.
I guess it should be said, ladies and gentlemen, as of this recording, we haven't had a Nintendo Direct since the one back in, I want to say, February or March.
Yeah, you said that there was talk that we were gonna get one in like late June or something like that.
That's currently what's on the rumor mill, but whether or not that's legitimate or not remains to be seen.
Oh, look at all the rotten
But it
fish.
seems like there's enough evidence to back it up. It's just we'll have to wait and see what happens. For all we know, it will happen, and this will all seem dated as a result.
We'll see. Again, just in general, I do think it's about getting high time to get something new with the gorilla.
Would be nice. I mean, I'm still holding some hope that that next big Nintendo EAD project aside from Breath of the Wild 2 is that rumored Donkey Kong game made by the actual Nintendo makers.
Which would be the first time that we've gotten one in a while.
Since Jungle Beat, yeah.
I always love the freaking backhand they give you. Like,
here we go. It's like...
Wait, boom chicka boom.
What's with the boom chicka boom?
Sorry, I genuinely like... Honestly, when I see these penguin designs, it reminds me of that movie, and I genuinely thought it was a fun movie.
Oh, I don't blame you. It's honestly one of Sony's more underappreciated movies, in my opinion.
Oh, that was Sony?
Surf's Up.
Ah, okay.
It was one of their earlier ones, too, actually.
That's cool.
Whatever happened to... I remember the sequel exists.
It's not that good.
It's not as good, and it was primarily, let's be honest, it was primarily the big WWE promotion thing, because it was all the WWE actors.
Naturally.
Got it!
Oh, okay.
Whee!
I got the can! I can't even see, diddy dude!
What are you talking about? I got sunglasses. How am I going to see anything in this jungle?
Is there anything down here?
Nah, I think it's just a puzzle piece at most.
Oh, silly Funky. It's still daytime. You can see perfectly fine.
Woo!
Just wait till night falls.
This, I know there's something up.
So I can't move. I can just do a little funky dance.
Do the funky monkey with me.
But yeah, so basically, again, I think they did a decent job of basically making Funky Kong a jack of all trades, master of none, where he has some neat ideas, but he is not greater than the sum of any of the other Kong buddies. They just give him enough to keep him versatile, and
I'd say it doesn't even mean all that much in the long run, considering he can utilize all three of those abilities so well that he really doesn't need any of the other Kongs' help.
That's true.
And in some ways, you could argue that in some ways he could absolutely break the game even harder than his fellow partners.
Oh, we've definitely learned that. I think the primary reason why they gave him so much power was because they knew people were going to be going into this game having played it already, so they wanted to give you a nice breezy way to quickly oh, hang on, those are all lives.
Money, 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 money.
Too much. Yeah. So again, I don't know if we already covered this, but again, because of how broken that employee discount is in funky mode, red balloons are not 3 coins a pop; they are a single coin a pop. And
1 coin for 1 balloon, please.
So they are already. That's already a pretty crazy discount. Anyway, before we go into that secret exit, let's go get the G.
You know you're gonna have to come back here anyway.
Oh, I know we're gonna have to, because that is still the one thing that they can never quite change in this game. Is quality of life.
Yep. That and sometimes you will have the letters are beyond the secret exit, so it kind of just doesn't really matter at the end of the day.
Right.
Maybe you should have waited for the raft to come. Oh, speaking of the devil, there it is.
No, I'm getting it this time. You got it last time.
Nice.
Yeah, he has a lot of fun little poses that I'm looking forward to seeing. Because that's it. I don't think we are. I don't know we covered that already. But Funky Kong's actor had quite a lot of fun.
Yep, and I'm still shocked it's the exact same one that's been voicing him since the mid-2000s.
If it ain't broke.
Well, it's funny you bring that up, though, because, voicing him for that long or not, like, it also comes down to the matter of direction, and, like, the type of inflection he has now is still pretty crazy. Also, meet Talks.
I got 70 out. You can trust old Talks to hold down the fort here. I don't even give it a sweet employee just aw.
So, yeah, he's JC, he's our new shopkeep, and, again, everything is a lot more affordable, so I can just straight up start spending some of these coins.
Bless those employee discounts.
We're Radical Red, and how's my funky impression? Oh, I said, that's pretty swell, no one will know the difference. And again, there is one bit of dialogue that I hope we can get at some point in this playthrough.
I really hope we do get it too, even though everyone knows that's there.
Yeah, but
With that said,
time for us.
we'll be right back as soon as we get back to where that secret exit is.
Come to think of it, I want to say that the original DKC was the only time he ever really never wore any sort of undergarments.
But they didn't even give him his shirt or anything?
No shirt, no shorts, no none of that. It
Oh,
was
actually,
literally just. I think he had the sandals, and he had the sandals, the shades, and the bandana, and that's about it.
Okay.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, while we are here, this is where the secret exit is. Though, unfortunately, this is a bad time to mention that technically you would need Dixie for this part.
Yes.
So, unfortunately,
I have an
like it or
idea.
not, Diddy is a liability. Drown.
I'm sorry, you gotta drown. Jesus, that
I mean,
was
we could just.
That'll waste time, though.
Oh.
We're having to cut away anyway.
Okay,
Fine. Then you know what? If
fine.
we're gonna be doing this now would also be a good time to go to the options menu and swap Kongs.
Oh yeah, we can show this off. Another bonus little quality of life improvement to the Switch version is you can just switch Kongs right away. Real quick before we get back in there, something that Hype and I learned the hard way is in the Wii U version you could only do this from the file select menu.
Which is kind of an inconvenience because the load times were still a little longer than they are here.
All right, now we're back where the secret exit should be. So now we can both, as brother and sister or cousins or whatever we are, travel down this river together.
Are we cousins, Dixie dude? We never talk about it.
We never do. And also, I guess we know that that secret exits are not going to be this gated in the future. This one's just so tricky because the amount of distance you have to travel is so long. Yeah.
There we go.
Normally other exits you can kind of power through even if your partner can't make it. That one's just so long.
Yeah, it's a long stretch to the bottom of the sea.
James, which way should we go first? Should we go up or should we go to the right?
I say we head right.
Okay, to the
Because
zip line.
once we're done with this, we'll be literally right along the path we would have taken otherwise.
Okay. And he'll just switch right back. Again, nice and appreciated. And ultimately, I think our plan is, unless something demands it, Hype and I were going to try and... Because that's, I guess, the other thing to note is that, unlike with James and Hype's playthrough, again, we have multiple Kongs that Hype can be. I think we were going to try and do it where, like, we would primarily play as one Kong for each world.
Seems like a fair strategy.
Woo, there we go. And again, if we should skip a cutscene or at the start of a level thing, just again, we played the game already, and you know, like just look it up if you're concerned. It's nothing.
Or play the game yourself.
Oh boy.
Wait,
right,
hold on, don't press that button. There you go.
I'm sorry. Okay, now you can go.
Now you can push the button.
Wait, don't go across that bridge. Okay.
Don't touch that dial. Okay, now touch it.
Yeah, we got a little ways to go before we get to the Atlantis movie in our marathon.
Yeah. I mean, we're actually just now getting to the Renaissance era of Disney Flex.
Which is gonna be fun. Now's the part where we get to all start quoting, and not that I will say though that I kind of was. Part of me was honestly a little more intrigued with the dark era of Disney, just because I didn't have that much.
Did he?
Sorry, I thought I could have reached that better.
It's all good. It's all good. We got this. Oh wow, we're right back at the start. Game. There you go.
There we go.
Oh jeez.
I will admit, it also has been a while since I started trying to test record this thing, but again, it should hold up for our purposes.
I mean, again, if this was something that Nintendo was able to implement into the, or if Retro was able to implement the whole online infrastructure they would add at 3D World later into this game, we wouldn't resort to Yuzu.
I know. Oh my gosh. I'm really hoping that the next Donkey Kong game, if it goes co-op, it keeps this online thing. Because, I mean, they had to go on without me.
Hurry, did it, dude!
Yes! I live. Because they had to have learned from 3D World that the online scene was, like, pretty solid, especially with how Mario Party Superstars went.
Well, I mean, it also helps, too, that, morbid as it sounds, it was probably the perfect time to start implementing the system, because, you know, that's when the pandemic started.
Right, and more people were playing online games more than ever, and they wanted to...
They couldn't really afford to stick to couch mentality forever.
Right, especially, you know, social distance. So honestly, fine. Good timing, and I'm glad it's absolutely not something I'm going to celebrate or, you know, ring bells about, but I am happy that there was a silver lining of sorts in the entertainment.
There was a silver lining in an otherwise drastic scenario.
Yep. Also, go ahead.
I was about to say, I'll also say, like, if there are some instances where it looks like I should catch something but not, as a reminder, Parsec isn't too keen on me sometimes.
Well, look at it this way, it's just you two for now. Like, if I was sharing the same Parsec space, there would probably be... God damn it, Funky. What? I like this jig, dude.
It's a cute little dance. I love it. But anyway, yeah, I know. It should go without saying that the same principle that went with James and Hype with things like the Kong Temple and thank goodness. Jeez.
Oh.
Okay, that time I swear I was holding the grab button.
If it means anything, Hype, I would just say the moment you get in the barrel for instances like that, just immediately hold on the button and it should react.
Right. Again, thank goodness the whoops. There you go. And then,
like that.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
And,
there you go.
Okay.
You got it, buddy.
Oh. No, don't worry about it. We got it. And
that's my little buddy.
Okay. And then yay. And then okay, I'm coming in.
I'm coming in
nice.
like a wrecking ball diddy dude. That song's still relevant, by the way.
Yeah, see? You got this, Hype. I believe in you.
Uh-oh. In all fairness, that is a very easy mistake to make. I won't give you that. I won't give you crap for that.
Although the timing of that was perfect. Like, I don't know if I believe in you. You abandoned me. Okay, and there.
DT,
yeah.
Why must you do this to me?
Oh, come on, game. You got this.
Game?
There you go.
No. Now it's not the time to start acting like a shit.
So yeah, occasionally that will happen, and I have nothing I can say between trying to do all this, but we're gonna give it a roll, and again, we're just having fun.
Look at it this way: before too long, you're gonna be swimming in lives.
That is, oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. Think of it like this: we already have 15 lives. We've already made up the difference in what we've lost in the past in this entire level. Times 3. Like we're covered.
And
there's another 2. There's another like 4 times as many. Oh, we did it!
Yeah. Ooh, bananas!
But yeah, beyond that, we mentioned the Donkey Kong stuff. I'm looking forward to that. I'm curious if Retro's going to ever do anything with Donkey Kong again after the Prime series again. Still asking.
I mean,
against it.
It's one of those things where never say never. But for now, let's just wait. Let's just worry about them finishing up Metroid Prime 4 first, considering that's been in development hell since the Switch's early days.
Oh my God, you're right.
Okay, not so much development hell. It's just it was announced during the Switch's heyday, and then the original developer had to be replaced with Retro, and now Retro's pretty much picking up the slack. And everything okay?
What's up?
No, it's just that I was trying to warn you that I wanted to do something before we started the level, but you didn't hear me.
Oh, so sorry. What did you want to do?
Because I want to say this is the... No, you can go back over there, just... Because I want to say this is the level that introduces him.
Oh, I see.
Okay, you want to switch to Cranky. Okay.
Fair enough. Oof!
I mean, by that logic, we should have been using...
You've grown old!
Yeah, death comes for us all, kid. Now get a move on!
Jeez, I forgot about that movie.
Man, it's one of those things where, like, among friends it's funnier, but when you see an official Disney property try and do that same kind of humor, it just comes off as awkward.
Ultimately, you know what? Of course, I am not the, you know, oh my gosh, like the be-all target audience for, you know, I cannot be a perfect representation of the entire world, but the fact that I was just straight up like, man, I forgot that movie existed, I think that alone is probably proof enough of why it's not going to be the next Roger Rabbit.
Well, yeah. It was kind of already set in stone the moment, like, some of the first few trailers came out.
Yeah.
There you go, Cranky.
With your weird beard physics.
And your teeth.
And your crazy chatterbox teeth. Oh yeah, I guess we can talk about that more since we're now in full-on co-op mode. Yeah, normally you do your pound slash slam thing, but when you have the but how do you shoot the projectile as the buddies?
You have to jump and press the that button.
And yeah, so in this case, Diddy gets his oh, hang on, I'm coming. So at this point, Diddy gets his classic peanut gun, I think.
Yeah, there's been a pop gun, Dixie gets a bubblegum launcher, and Cranky gets a denture stick, for whatever reason.
Straight up taken from the Joker.
Yeah, though I guess it is kind of weird thinking about it, because in the grand scheme of things, they did neuter the whole gimmick since the original DKC return, so there's not much of a point to really use them in the first place.
Oh, really?
All it does is stun enemies now. It's supposed to outright kill them.
Oh, that sucks. Man, like...
And given that most enemies can just die from one bounce anyway, it's like, yeah, not much of a reason to really keep it. And, oh well.
I think that was just for a puzzle piece. Oh well.
I hope it was just for a puzzle piece.
We'll be fine. We just need to hope that the next piece we get is useful. And yeah, as you can already see, as we already discussed, everybody gets some bit of extra health, and fortunately that does also translate to our vehicles as well, which will make them actually remarkably easy compared to vanilla.
You know, if I could be completely honest, Crikey dude, I think this is the first time I've seen you actually move around without rocking on your chair.
Look at that! You've got the strength of Atlas.
Thanks.
I worked out.
Oh, come on.
Easy does it there, guys.
I know. Yeah, get the hell. Oh. Okay.
You may have the strength of Atlas, but you sure as hell don't have the durability.
As long as we can find some Kong barrels, like, I'll be quiet. There's your phone.
That was mine, you whippersnapper!
As long as we can find Kong barrels, we'll be fine. And again, oh, nice. But yeah, other than that, it's and James can already say this, having played this since we had to practice this thing in the first place. Playing DK in co-op, it's a fun little romp.
It's fun, but my point still stands from the original commentary, or excuse me, the Returns commentary, in that both players need to pretty much know exactly what they're doing, because otherwise it's not very beginner-friendly.
It's still very precision heavy. It's still something where I remember we talked about this a bit. Is I don't know how they would handle a 4-player. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, because there's little extras here.
Oh,
Oops, my bad.
Oh, well, hurry, bash on it.
We'll take the base exit. That's okay. But we got to go back there. But I will say before we cut to do that backtracking, because oh my gosh, this game still sometimes. I will say that a 4-player DK game would be interesting, but they would have to seriously reevaluate how they design these levels if they want that to seem fair. Okay, so don't jump into it. We go up here. Up here, we'll get that.
Grab the puzzle piece and play us a tune, old Meister. Now, see, this is my kind of jam.
You know, I wasn't gonna judge Cranky dude, but you're not doing it right.
Ow.
Okay,
Okay, I get the hint. Let's go.
Whee! Okay. At first it actually did look like you were just hitting me because of my character suddenly crouching. Anywho, we're good.
Let's just see that in action. Shall we go ahead and give the man a temporary retirement?
Yeah. Okay. Now we pretty much have covered it. Now we've covered all our bases. Let's go back to the Diddy Kong hour.
Alrighty. Which level are we gonna do next?
Busted by ice.
I assume we're gonna go down to the busted bayou.
This world is at least helpful in that like both of the paths all link up fairly simple. It's not until like I think World 3 or no, it's like World 2 and then definitely World 5 where like no, not World 5, World 4 where they start making the paths a little more out of the way. But first, our silhouette.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all enjoyed the silhouette trope from the early 2010s, because it's back in full force.
Well,
To be fair,
Go ahead.
couldn't you argue that this game, that the Donkey Kong technically started it?
It's funny because looking back on it, it kind of did, but didn't at the same time. It actually was it pretty much shared that same limelight with, of all things, Shantae Risky's Revenge.
Oh, that had a silhouette thing where you like where you can only see her hair?
There was a bonus sequence you could find in the game, or it might have been mandatory, I forget. But literally, like, Shantae did go through a similar scenario where everything was pretty much, in a silhouette, kind of like this.
Oh, okay.
Including Shantae herself.
Oh, and did they do some cool accent color thing where like you can only see her hair?
I don't think they did. They went that far. No. Yeah, I'll give the point to Donkey Kong on that regard.
Okay, because
I think Donkey Kong's the only game that actually bothered doing a detail like that.
yeah.
Dead offhand, I want to say. So yeah.
I know there was also that one fan mod that we found hype for New Super Mario Brothers 2, which tried to add its own silhouette stage into it. Which by the way, the modding scene for that game is actually surprisingly robust. They're adding a lot of fun little things to it.
Honestly, the modding
Wait for New Super Mario Brothers 2?
Yeah, New Super Mario Bros. 2.
Just
So
for the new Mario.
The 3DS game?
yeah, it's a 3DS mod.
I'd argue for like just the new Mario games in general, they have some surprisingly versatile
Come on.
mods.
I can see that. Yeah. Come on, game. There we go.
Man, we went to all that trouble to bring in all those shaders, and yet some of them were just sleeping on the job after we were done with them.
I know, but the only thing I can say to myself is, man, imagine how bad it could have been. But
It could have been worse, yes.
whoa!
Oh, hold up, climb up.
I know, I was going to.
I said, boy, you're about sharp as a spoon in a knife drawer. Yay.
What?
I don't get it either. I was really hoping you could tell me what that means.
Smart boy, but he's about as bright as a banana peel.
Oh, that makes sense. But anywho.
Yes.
He's a no. He's as slippery as a banana peel.
That makes sense.
There we go.
Ultimately, I still think, despite whatever Yuzu's gonna be,
Oh, hold on. I see there's a secret just behind you.
despite whatever sass Yuzu will give.
Or-
Oh, right here, yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully that. Well, it's just for a puzzle piece. I mean,
health.
we're not going to prioritize those at the end of the day. But if it's still there, we will happily
We
accept.
got health. It was helpful. But yeah, I will say where are we going with this? Crap. Yeah, despite what Yuzu has been, despite the sass that Yuzu's been giving us, I still think this is easily one of the best looking and sounding DK games.
Oh, absolutely, and I mean, also helps too, considering that this was the game that gave us the most grooviest of sounds with an old fan favorite.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, like, that's also, like, this track in particular, but just in general, like, Tropical Freeze is probably one of my favorite DK soundtracks.
It has
Yep.
such a nice like tone, and it just has such a nice tone that like I feel like gives DK that like bombastic personality that he has.
I mean, again, who else to? Well, I was also about to say who else to provide that, but the man that brought us the oldest of Donkey Kong Country tunes.
Of course.
That's just a puzzle piece, don't worry.
I know. Yeah, of course, David Wise would have to do it. Like, nobody else. Except, not to say that the guy who did DK Returns didn't do a good job, but just,
Oh yeah, no, I'll still defend those covers. It's just that it is nice to actually see the man really strut his stuff in the modern era.
Right. Between this and Possible Lair, anyway.
Oh yeah.
And Snake Pass. I'm still waiting for a Snake Pass too.
Yeah, I wonder what's taking them so long to do that.
I don't know. Maybe did not enough people like it? Anyway, time for our minecart level.
I mean, it was kind of it was a pretty unorthodox little.
It was
platformer
strange.
thing.
It was strange, but I won't lie. Like I started like getting the muscle memory down to like understand how to control, and it was really satisfying to learn how to pull that off.
I mean, for all I know, maybe the guys were just too busy taking care of Team Sonic Racing and all those Little Big Planet sequels to really do anything listening past.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. So yeah, right off the bat,
Is it-
bam, three hits of health as opposed to 2.
Yep, 3 hits, boys. 3 whole hits.
Oh,
And I'm just
Don't
gonna
waste
stay
them.
crouched.
okay, fair enough. Whoop, careful. Yep. Also, don't mind if the game looks a little bit wonky. That's another thing is I forget if this game normally ran at 60 FPS or ran at.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, then never mind that. I remember trying to load in an extension that would raise up the resolution. I'm gonna double check that actually after this session. I'll double check and see if I still have that one enhancement thing turned on. That was
I mean, even so, this is still fine enough. Like, we're still running it with the game's native 1080p resolution.
right.
At least I assume it's still 1080p.
Well, I'm saying, like, but if I have that enhancement on, that may explain why it's been performing a bit oddly. But if I don't, then, well, I mean, we'll just
Well, that's just on your computer, buddy.
Boop. And as always, I will appreciate
Don't
this.
jump.
I will appreciate this game for making minecart levels that I genuinely like, as opposed to Tropical Freeze, as opposed to Donkey Kong Returns minecart stages, which see Hype's opinion on those.
Oh boy.
I don't hate them. I just think I just hate the one part that we somehow managed to ace during our playthrough.
Until that bat screamed
to
into
this day-
oblivion.
Yeah,
It's like,
that too.
and to this day, the recording curse is still upset about us acing it multiple time.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that would explain why the bat sonar was enough to literally break it in two.
But that's
Speaking of breaking in two,
Oh, cowabunga!
I think I still like
surf's up! Wait, surf's up, Diddy dude!
Just speaking of reactions, I know we're not going to see him at all, but I still think DK's reaction to that is probably my favorite.
Which one where he just grabs and like
yeah.
eyes? I was like, it's game time.
Right?
I'm scared. I'm scared, little buddy. Hold me.
Yahoo!
Nice.
Awesome. Look at that. Look at all the mud. We are already packed. I think we already are getting close to 9 maxing out.
Who said Kung Fu was dead anyway?
Yeah. Yeah. No. Oh my God. We're actually already getting close to maxing out. Oh boy.
Yeah. I told you, boys. It's easy to spoon feed yourselves lies.
Which is a good thing too, because we're about to start needing them.
Should we do that now while we have the chance?
Yeah, I think.
Why
But I'm gonna just get some lives just in case.
Also, should we go ahead and let Funky be the one to trek the first Kong Temple, or do you want to play it safe and have DK on hand, just so we can play the buddy? Oh, the Bermuda Triangle. That's a thing in this.
Yeah, I
universe?
assume that's why there's all these wrecked ships and planes on this island.
That would explain a lot.
For the Kong design looks like there's a lot of gnarly creatures waiting for you. And Squawks is like, "What are you talking to?"
The devil himself.
Oh, serious? Anywho,
You're weird.
You know what? I can just imagine his response would be, "Of course, put on these shades and you'll
he
see."
just sees this like, just
The
Done.
creeper times
Is-
2.
Oh wow, is this? Oh wow, you see? Is this what you see every day? Every day of my life.
Are you talking about
That's why I am the only one who must bear the weight of this.
of this?
Anyway, Kong Temple time.
Yay! We got these back again, and again they have the. Stay tuned for more action, more romance, more.
Romance.
Anywho. This is why we get them live.
The forbidden love of Funky and his surfboard.
This is why we get lives. See ya, Diddy.
What?
Ow. We'll be okay.
Oh, you're just in time for the fire bat, Diddy dude.
Come on, game. Behave now. Nice. Okay, cool. And then.
Feel the vibe.
And whoop.
Let the winds guide you.
Oh, nice. Okay, and then.
And hopefully you don't have an allergy to owls.
Here's hoping. Uh oh.
See you later,
Alright, you're
Funky.
off. You're on your own now, Hype.
Oh,
You may actually want to
Careful.
camp out here and crouch.
Duck.
Okay, I'm coming, Diddy. Ow!
Yeah, there are absolutely no barrels in these levels, so you're gonna have to start wasting your balloons every chance you
And
get.
no checkpoints.
And just like in Returns, no... Yeah.
So, be nice and careful. And again, the final world is going to be where things are going to get a little interesting for us both, given that, again, for those who have not ever seen Tropical Freeze but have seen our returns ones, the bonus after game world does return with a vengeance and 3 times as many levels.
And honestly, just in oh boy,
Oh, I just hear Tiffy's like sad. I'm just gunning it.
it's okay, don't worry. I was just about to say, just in general, I know that's just a thing with Tropical Freeze. Like, there's fewer levels technically, but the levels themselves are much longer.
Yep.
They can be, yes.
Oh my gosh, they add so much more to this. And careful. And come on, and spin. There we go.
Sometimes they're just more numerous in general.
And oh, yep. Just knocked me and we did it.
And thus, we did it. We've beaten our first Kali Temple almost effortlessly.
That Xbox is
Oh,
mine.
look, a birthday
Xbox
present.
is mine.
Hey, look, you got an Xbox.
Well, it always goes back to fucking Xboxes.
And just like that, 1 down, 5 more to go.
Yep, so stay tuned, boys. We could be on those for a good while.
We'll be doing just fine. Honestly, the fact that we almost first tried that first one, I think.
Also, correction, Diddy Dude, it's not an Xbox, it's a ancient pizza slice.
Whoa! He just bites into the Xbox like crush. Oh, got good feeling on it too. Anyway,
Aged like fine wine.
He chomps on it. It's like
Supreme.
all right, let's go see who our first boss is today.
Just in time for the show, are we? Meet Pompey the Presumptuous.
Oh, that's it.
He be the sea
And that is the other fun little bonus, is that we get to see Funky Kong react to all these bosses' animations. That's right.
Get on this stage. Get on this stage.
You're on!
You dent that board. That's right. I said that already, I understand. But, come on, just bring it on.
I love the little fisticuffs pose that he has.
Here we go.
He's ready.
And again,
Okay, that
again,
was
fun
you.
thing to notice that since I still jump with my surfboard, I can still survive most spiky obstacles. Come on.
I want to say that while you're with Funky, he is also able to bop on a certain. I want to say he's able to. He has a similar impact with his jumps as Cranky does,
Oh,
where he does hit a little harder, or at the very least can penetrate through certain enemies, like these spiky
the
guys.
urchins and the fish. Uh-oh.
Out.
Well, the fish are already pretty, naked.
Right.
Okay.
They don't wear such frills on their behinds.
And once again,
and neither does Pompey.
oh my gosh, the soundtrack for these bosses is so fun.
At least for Pompey and the polar bear boss, we'll deal with later.
What's up, Pipe? You notice my funky dance?
I don't think. Well, not just that. Just hang on, if I could just look at the peanuts.
Oh gosh, they go everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Oh, careful. I'm aiming for you now.
Not that it means much, because all they do is stun. They don't kill.
I know, which is still...
I just think it's funny just how far they ricochet.
Oh, gosh. Oh, you don't.
Hurry, while he's exposed.
Also, I know... it's not saying that I'm gonna, like, hold you over you, but I do want to see if I can get the final hit with Funky, because it's hilarious what he does.
Oh,
He should get at least one.
Gotcha.
I want to say you guys still have one more phase
Yeah,
left
I think
to go.
this will be it, actually. He's getting... Yeah, okay, now here we go. Red
Yep, now he's... This match is now about to get...
I also will say I do like the transition of him glowing red here as opposed to in Returns when a weird like gaseous explosion would happen.
didn't that only happen with the first
Oh, did that only
boss,
happen
though?
with him?
I think so. Yeah, I want to say it was only with the first boss that did
Okay.
that.
Well, the first boss and its recolor.
Right. Because it essentially was just the same damn model, just given the hard, just a really, really hard and
Okay.
flame feeded
So
up
this
shell.
should be the final hit, so I'm gonna do something here.
I'm about to do something stupid.
And the final hit
Hey
goes
there.
to...
The surfer dude.
I just like being like, hey there.
Aye.
And we beat ourselves up one fine sea. Nice. Sea lion. Fair. That is true because he has the whisker. Fair. Whatever. Anywho.
Well, actually, I'm thinking about... don't seals have whiskers,
Maybe
too?
they do. I need to look up. I need to remember what the difference between a sea lion and a seal is, but no matter. Island 1 down, it's time to head up to the Alps.
Straight to Holland.
So, join us in the next part as we're going to be tackling Autumn Heights.
Just in time for... You know, it's funny, we're coming to the autumn level during
Oh
summertime.
yeah, the first day of summer's coming up soon. Stay tuned.
Till next time, dudes!
Ooh, geek.